Hey guys, what is going on? Lego Man 123 and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be reviewing Lego Super Mario set 71363, and this is the Desert Pokey expansion set. So the overall build for the set portrays World 2 really nicely, especially with what you do get, including the cactuses and the overall landscape design. And the inclusion of Monty Mole wasn't necessary, but it just adds to the set having like that sort of desert type look and like feel to it. And I really love the cartoonish face expression he does have, and the build is simple but very effective, and at the top he does have an interactive tile. And by using that interactive tile, Mario can very easily interact with it. And as for the build for the Desert Pokey, this is probably my favourite part because it just looks so much like a display piece with the background portraying that desert look with the cactuses, as well as the design for the Desert Pokey. And the play feature included within the Desert Pokey is probably one of my favourite ones. It's just so much fun to do over and over again. However, the only downside to this display piece is the back of it, because they sort of have this part left sort of open like that, and it just looks really strange and just unfinished in my opinion. But it doesn't bother me too much, because once you do turn this set around and have it on display, you're not really going to see that sort of opened up area. As for the build for the Desert Pokey, it just looks so accurate to what you do see in a number of levels that do have the Desert Pokey, and I just love the cartoonish look it does have, similar to the Monty Mole, with the face expression of like it being quite innocent and friendly, but once you do actually interact with it, it can be very deadly. And the build for this sort of small cacti is a very nice inclusion, and it sort of ties in with that sort of desert feel to it. And as for the play feature, it does include this hammer design, because there is an interactive tile in the center of it which Mario does interact with. So let's do it. So you put him in there and then you sort of slash it like that, and it just works so nicely. And to put the Desert Pokey back into that position, it's really simple, because each of the parts of the Desert Pokey do consist of the same sort of design and piece to actually slide them back into this really simple but a really smooth sort of build to actually interact with it again by using the hammer to slash it. So you can just do it over and over again. And this part does have an interactive tile, and it's very similar to the Monty Mole, which once you do get that piece, you could just tap it again just to get coins, I believe. Yep. And to actually put the Desert Pokey back into its original position, you just slide the pieces back in like that, and it just is really smooth. You don't have to like fiddle with it, you just sort of slide in. And with the interactive tile, you don't always have to have it on the bottom, you can sort of have it in any one of the two levels. And now that you've got the Desert Pokey back, you can then use the hammer again to slash it over and over again. And that's what I love about this really nice display piece, as well as this really fun interactive build, because you could just use that play feature over and over again. You don't have to like set it up in a really annoying and fragile sort of way. You could just slide the pieces, or the Desert Pokey pieces, back into position and then just start it over again. And what I like is that you don't have to always use Mario, because like you could just use it without Mario by just hitting it over and over again. But Mario does add that sense of like fun and just sort of playability, so I do like the inclusion of the interactive tile as well as the overall build, because it just has this really fun and enjoyable feel to it, because it does remind me of playing through Super Mario, especially with the desert levels and actually interacting with the Desert Pokey as well as Monty Mole. And the overall build sort of has that desert feel to it. So, I hope you guys did enjoy this video because I really did enjoy sharing my thoughts and opinions on this set, and for the price when it originally came out, I definitely think it was worth it, especially for what you get, because unlike other Super Mario sets, I feel like this one is probably the best one that not only works as a display piece but also to actually have fun and enjoy, because you really don't see too many Super Mario sets that work this well as a display piece. But apart from that, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, and as always guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video and can see you soon. Goodbye!